Hey, welcome to the Beyond the Books channel. Amelia Bedelia Means Business is the first book in the Amelia Bedelia series by Herman Parrish, is a step up from picture books. It is a chapter book with approximately 150 pages and introduces more complex themes about money, work, and responsibility. The vocabulary is richer here because the author introduces business terms that Amelia Bedelia hilariously misunderstands while trying to earn money for a new bike. This guide helps navigate the business terms and hilarious misunderstandings in Amelia's first big adventure. Let's get started.
Here is a quick summary of the story. Amelia Bedelia decides she needs a new bicycle. To get it, she takes on all sorts of odd jobs to earn the money herself. As you can imagine, this leads to some very silly situations and plenty of laughs. Let's look at some words from the first two chapters. On page 4, we see the word gleaming, which means shining brightly like a polished new bike. On page 5, the bike is described as fierce. While that usually means aggressive, Amelia just thinks the bike looks really tough and powerful. On page 12, we find exception, which is something that doesn't follow the normal rules, a special case, exclusion, anomaly, or outlier. And on page 13, Amelia's parents talk about being responsible, which means being trusted to do the right thing, acting like a grown-up. Synonym would be dependable. In chapters 3 and 4, Amelia starts working. Employment on page 25 simply means having a job where you get paid. Synonyms being vocation, livelihood, occupation. A customer is someone who buys something from a business. Some synonyms include shopper, patron. On page 48, we learn about technique, which is a special way of doing something, like a special way to stir tart batter. Synonyms include approach, manner. Finally, on page 57, Amelia sees a variety of treats, which means a mix of many different types, not just one kind. Synonyms being selection, assortment.
Now Amelia is in an office setting. This is the most famous chapter for vocabulary, because Amelia confuses a business word with a private word. On page 99, we see the word personnel. This is a department that hires people, but Amelia gets it confused with personal information. Synonyms include workforce, employees. The receiver on page 104 is the part of the phone you hold to your ear. To be efficient means working quickly and well without wasting any time. A synonym being productive. And on page 115, we see the word shred, which means to cut paper into tiny strips so no one can read it. Synonyms include dice or mince. We've reached the end of the journey. On page 135, Amelia feels panic, which is a sudden, strong feeling of fear that stops you from thinking clearly. Synonyms are anxiety, distress. But by page 148, her money is deposited, meaning it's put safely into a bank account. Synonym being stored. The biggest joke in the whole book is the confusion between personnel and personal. Personnel is a business department that helps employees. But Amelia thinks her dad's job in personnel means he has to get personal with people by asking them very private questions. Talk about an awkward misunderstanding. In Amelia Bedelia Means Business, the humor comes from Amelia taking grown-up business talk and idioms completely literally. When her mom says the bike will cost an arm and a leg, Amelia is terrified because she thinks she has to give up her actual body parts. She refuses to buy it because she needs her arms to steer the bike and her legs to pedal it. But what her mom means is that the bike is very expensive. Then, at the diner, a grumpy customer tells her to step on it, to hurry up. Amelia literally puts the pie on the floor and stomps on a slice of pie. As you can guess, she gets fired pretty quickly after that. The silliness continues. At a car dealership, Amelia hears that a bad car is a lemon, so she sets up a lemonade stand right in the middle of the dealership lot with a big sign that says, "Lemons! We have lots of lemons." The car salesman is furious, because he thinks she is telling customers that his cars are junk. Later, a manager says he is short-handed, meaning he needs more workers. Amelia just looks at his hands and is confused, because his fingers look like the normal length to her. Finally, let's look at two more. When someone offers to give her a break, meaning a rest, Amelia worries that something is actually going to be broken. She is constantly trying to keep things whole and safe. And when she hears about firing someone, she's actually relieved no real fire is involved, since she usually associates fire with danger and burning. What an adventure. Today we learned that while business terms like employment, efficient, and personnel might sound serious, they can also be the source of a lot of fun. Do you know some idioms that can sound confusing, especially to people that take them literally like Amelia Bedelia? Go ahead and write them in the comments sections. Thanks for joining us at Beyond the Books. This was fun. See you next time. Until then, like and subscribe.